So we're on Fiverr here, and wanted to just kind of play around in here to give you kind of a feel of what I look for when I look to hire an article writer for $5, because sometimes it's kind of difficult to find a quality writer who writes in perfect American English for $5, a full like 500 word article or something. So let's just kind of toy around in here. There was one real quick, which in my article I do link to. If you're watching this from YouTube, I have an article posted on my blog which details out how I basically rank my money articles in Google to the first page Google. But let's see, where is it at here? Stuff I like. And I did mention this particular person right here in my article. They have written me some articles that have come back well written, and I can submit them straight to ezine articles without any real editing on my part. So this person here, they write like 500 word articles, $5, and it's great. So what I'm looking for is, let's just say I'm on the home page here, and we go over to writing. And let's just, you can look through here, to see what some of the different people say, but you get all kinds of things here, right? Grammar lessons and all that. So we need to narrow this search down just a little bit. You can look at, say, article. And so now we got some articles that people will write, right? I will write original and effective content up to 500 words for your website for $5. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video there for a moment. The kids came up to me, so not sure what my last few words were there, but here's a person who will write an article for 500 words. Now, this is a top-rated seller, so I like to see that. Another thing I kind of look for on this page, before we click into here and I show you what else I look for, is where they're from. Like, for example, there's the American flag, users from the United States. Now this particular user, they're from Israel, and this one, United States. So, if you see United States, maybe Britain or Australia or something, but in particular, if you're targeting readers in the United States, it's good to look for the United States users here. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, and by all means I use people who aren't in the United States. We're just looking for article writers here, and you want to try and find an article writer who writes perfect English. And obviously, if I was looking for someone who could write in the perfect dialect of let's say Japanese, I would probably be looking for a Japanese flag here. Or if someone, I was looking for someone who could write in perfect German, I'd be looking for someone with the German flag here, not necessarily the American flag. So I'm not trying to be biased as far as, well, I suppose I am being a little biased, but I'm not trying to be discriminatory in a mean way. I'm just doing it for the purposes of what I'm looking for. But again, I've used different writers from different places. So, okay, that is one thing I do look for, though. I look for wherever I'm targeting, whatever their flags are. But that's not the only criteria. So let's click on this one here. And you can see with the top rated seller, what you can get is you can order more than just one article. Because like if you want to order 20 articles, you got to order 20 times, But if the person's a top seller, then you can order more than one article, which is awesome. The next thing I look at is I always read their headline, and I make sure it reads correctly. If it says, I write original article and effective content for 500 words, if it reads something just doesn't read right, then forget it. I'm moving on, because they're obviously not I don't want to say a great writer, but they don't write in American English perfectly. And that's what I need. And then the next thing I'll look at, moving down, they have over 1,000 people who are satisfied customers, and they have 9 people who were not. Expected delivery date 7 days. Okay, that's fine. You got to wait 7 days, but you got to usually at least a week or so when you hire someone to write articles for you. This person has 32 in the queue, so there's 32 people ahead of me if I throw in my order as well. And then the next thing I look at is I look at the content over here. Once again, I'm going to read this, and if it doesn't read in perfect English, I'm going to skip this person. So if you want to attract targeted traffic to your website or blog, I will help you by writing interesting and professional content that will content that will keep the viewer reading. All you have to do is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it looks like it reads pretty good. But once again, if you want targeted, attracted traffic to a web blog, then I write SEO. If it's like that, I'm moving on. So this one looks good, and actually I think I did order from this person before. I'll check my records here. And you can see down here in the comments buyer feedback. So it's good to look at all the top rated ones, or the positive feedback, but what are some of the things you always look for? You look for the negative ones, right? So let's see if there's any negative. He did have a couple negative in there. If I click on the more down there, I'll probably find it. A lot of times people will give a negative review if it's not delivered. Like expected delivery will be 7 days. If it goes on to like 8 days, 12 days, whatever it is, they'll cancel the order. You get your money kind of back. Fiverr just credits your account, and the article or the person gets a negative review right here. So let me see if I ordered from this person. I think I did. Okay, so I went into my go to buyer, go to my shopping, and you can see all the articles that you've ordered. And in fact, I did. I thought I recognized this person's name. I did order from him before. So you can see, like, when you purchase something, it says I need you to give me the title and the keyword of the article. And then he has a specific special offer and everything. And then you kind of communicate through here. I'm not going to show what particular article he wrote for me, because actually this is for one of my niche websites, which is secret, right? Got to keep the competition down. But let me scroll down to the feedback that I left him. Okay, so I scrolled down a little bit here, and you can see the order was completed back on October 10th, 2011. And I said the first draft he sent me didn't read smoothly. It was like it was written from someone overseas. And then I requested a review. Okay, so I remember this particular person. Yeah, he sent me an article which I was afraid of. His front page reads perfect, and then what he might be doing, I can't say this for sure, but he might be getting a bunch of $5 article requests, and he might have a writer in the Philippines or a couple of them, and he sends it out, outsources it to them to write, and then he turns those into us. I can tell you though, the article that he gave me, the article he gave me was not written by a native English speaking person who lives here in America, because it read too choppy. And I have a lot of experience with writers in the Philippines, and it was a dead giveaway. It was someone from the Philippines who wrote the article. So I had, after I read the article, I just messaged back to him. The first draft didn't, it doesn't look very smooth. It reads choppy. And so I think what he did is he went through, he edited it, made sure it read good. He sent it back to me, and it was perfect. Now that's fine. And I left him a positive review. Here's the thing though. And this is why you need to test article writers for $5 before you spend a lot of money. Don't dive into Fiverr and spend a bunch of money with someone. You don't want to hire someone to write you an article, and then you have to go through and edit the article, because that's just, it's a waste of your time and money. If you pay someone to write you an article, then it needs to read correctly. If I wanted something that read choppy, I would just have the article spun 5 different ways and get 5 articles for the price of one. So I'm probably not going to order from this particular person again, because they delivered me something that I had to stop, I had to read, I had to contact them. You know, I kind of lost that little bit of trust. I showed you someone in the beginning of this video who I have used and liked, and they delivered a perfectly written article to me. And if someone can send me an article which I don't have to touch, I can just get the article and I can just immediately submit it to eZine Articles and not worry about it, right here, the eZine or eZine, however you say it. I say eZine Articles. If I don't have to edit it and I can just go straight to there and submit it and it gets approved, then I've found myself a winner. So that's just something to watch for. If you test the waters with someone, and if you're going to have to tell them, well, you know, you need to fix it a little bit first and all this, then move on to someone else who you don't need to talk with that kind of stuff about. Okay, so that's kind of what I look for there. Let's look at, let's say, one more here. I'll write a letter. Here's another way to look real quick. Let's go back actually to him. So let's say you're on his page, and they have here usually an image or a video, and it has tags on it. So you can search by tags. And this eZine article tags is always a really good one to click on. Articles, whatever, that's fine too. But let's click on this one. And you can see like people who've tagged that. Okay, that's odd. eZine Articles should definitely show more. Don't know why it's doing that. Because he misspelled it, that's why. That's interesting. I wonder if that was on purpose. Let's check out on the search here, eZine Articles. Okay, we're going to search by eZine Articles. And this should pull up a number of people who are familiar with working with eZine Articles, so they kind of know what eZine Articles is looking for when they deliver you your article. I will write an article and get expert article status on eZine Articles. If you can, okay, let's see here. I'm looking for also someone who's writing somewhere around 500 or more words per article, because 400 words and under is getting really close to Google not really knowing enough about what your article's about. If you write an article on dog training, then, and it's only 300 words, you know, Google might not know it's about dog training. It could think it's more on like a dog leash if you mention dog leash too many times or something. So give it enough words to chew up a little bit here. Here's someone, I will write a high quality and original, and that's important, right? Remember in the article that I have written here, it says original or unique, researched article. Those are things that you like to see someone talk about here. Quality and original 500 words SEO article for your blog or website, and submit it. He's going to say to eZine, I'm sure, but he's from Kenya. Okay, let's click on that. I will write a high quality and original 500 words SEO article for your blog or website and submit it to eZine Articles. Tweet and share it on Facebook for $5. Like right here, you know, I'm seeing like the words. I would think it'd say original 500 word SEO article, because right, it's one article. So that's a little mistake, but not too bad there. 13 people liked it. Okay. As an experienced and expert article writer, I will writer an article. See, here we go. Expert article. I will writer an original article on business related niche markets, topic or subject. I don't do articles on pornography or adult only. I would definitely pass on this. If in this short little paragraph here we can't get a perfect sentence, then I'll be moving on. We'll look at one more here. Here's an American flag one. I'll create edu links now. Here's a British one here. I will write an interesting, unique, and effective article for 500 words for your website or blog. So let's click on that. And you'll see in the picture here, he probably has easing, there it is, easing articles. That's why the tag came up, right? I will write an interesting, unique, effective article, 500 words for your website or blog. 7 days. He's no orders in queue. 22 people like him. That's great. And if you're logged in, if you find someone you like, you click on the save button to save them into your settings area. If you're trying to attract targeted traffic to your website, I can help you by supplying interesting and effective content. I can guarantee, okay, that's spelled wrong. Guarantee, unless I don't know that word, the article will be 100% original and pass any plagiarism check, and I can write your article of any niche you desire. Fast delivery and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Okay, so I paused the video real quick and I had to look this word up. It's guarantee. The interesting thing is that's not really the way you see it usually spelled out in American English. That might be British. It still can be used in American English, but it's usually EE at the end. So that could possibly be a small little flag there that he might write an article which isn't perfectly American written, but you know, I might try him out if the user reviews were good and everything. But okay, so that's kind of what I look for an article writer here on Fiverr.